Welcome to the Cuse Militia Podcast with those two unapologetically biased, orange-blooded homers, Sean and Joe.
All right, what's up, Cuse Nation? Thanks for tuning into the Cuse Militia Podcast with Sean and Joe. If you like it, please share it, as always, and subscribe if you would, please. We really appreciate that. It helps us out a bunch, so thank you. The Monarchs of Old Dominion, they're going to come to the Dome Saturday, December 15th, and a scheduled noon tip-off. We'll let you know what to expect there. We've got some Cuse news that has happened since, that has broke since we've been gone. But first, if you like watching sports, maybe you like fantasy football, you like getting in on the action, you like putting some money on fantasy football, well, you can do the same thing online. If you haven't spiced up your sports watching, head over to MyBookie. Whether you're an expert or a rookie, you should be betting at MyBookie. If you're the kind of guy or gal that likes to bet a little and win a lot, like playing numbers on roulette, then you can create a big parlay. Pick 3 teams to win, and if you hit all 3, you could turn $100 into $600. There's tons to bet on. We've talked about it. NFL, NBA, NHL, custom props, esports, college basketball, college football, you name it, it's on there. MyBookie is one bet I know you'll be happy with all year. I recommend these guys because I really trust them. MyBookie has been in business for years, and as you know, they have great online reviews, and their mobile site is easy to use. So sign up with MyBookie this week, and they'll give you 50% deposit bonus to jumpstart your bankroll. It's a great way to bank even more money when you win. Also, make sure to follow them at BetMyBookie on Twitter. They personally respond to every mention in DM. Not to mention, they've given away more than $10,000 in free money to their followers this football season. You'll be the first to know as soon as new odds or props are posted. So log on to MyBookie right now and use the promo code CUSE25 and get 50% deposit bonus. That's promo code CUSE25. You play, you win, you get paid. MyBookig, mybookie.ag. Sup, Joe?
What's going on, buddy?
Not too much. So, real quick, I'm going to hit up Mr. Staffo's book one time. Jim Boeheim in Syracuse basketball is a great book. It is. I'm about halfway through it. I should be done with it by now, but I'm a busy guy. I'm a busy guy with the podcast and the this and the that. You know,
you struggle to read. That's what it is.
Well,
he's been telling me, Staffo, he wanted you to do a book on tape, but you know,
I didn't even think about that. He probably does have an audio book, but you know what the problem with the audio book is you can't have it signed and sent to you. And if you would like something signed and sent to you, personalized with your name, to Joe from Don.
Aww.
Thanks for the book. Thanks for buying my book.
Thanks, Don.
Love you, Don. If you want something like that, you can email Mr. Staffo at dstaffo, STAFFO64 at gmail.com, at dstaffo64 at gmail.com. He'll let you know how much. I believe it's $32 or something like that. Don't quote me on that because I forget now. But he will personalize it, and you send the check off. He'll send the book to you, and boom. So we're cutting it close if you want to do it for Christmas presents, I think.
Yeah, it'd be a perfect gift for Syracuse fans, for sure.
Absolutely. The next thing I wanted to mention is I've been getting some emails, things people like mostly. Actually, I haven't gotten an email on anything someone doesn't like. And I guess that's good. I'm good with that. But if you want to tell us you don't like something, you can always email us. And that email is cusemilitia@gmail.com. It's always open. I try my best to personally respond to each one. So, some people like the new fan feedback. And some people like just say, hey, what's up? Thanks for the show. Great show. So we appreciate that. I love hearing from you guys. I really do. I'm not just saying that to blow smoke. I'm serious. So, all right, the news. What happened while we were gone? Baber's contract extension.
Yes.
No terms disclosed, no length, nor salary. But it was reported, I guess, that there's speculation that's a 6-year agreement. As we all know, this past year he was in the bottom half of the ACC, and this is a much-deserved contract extension, and I'm sure a terrific pay raise, I'm hoping. So yeah. There was actually a verbal agreement right before the Georgetown game in the Dome. So
nice.
It's tentative.
I'm pumped about it.
I'm pumped too. I mean, what is that?
Just calms all the talk about him leaving, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, which okay, I kind of get it on one hand. People talking about him leaving. People talk about him being maybe recruited from bigger Power 5 schools out of the SEC and stuff like that. But,
Right.
I mean, and I'm not saying 57's old, but at 57, when you've come here and you've really started to build something and you're at a school with history and, that a school that now fans are rallying around this football program and really boosting it up. At 57, you've started to build this and you're seeing everything come to fruition. Where are you going to, why would you leave in the success and, so
Right.
John Wildhack.
Well, yeah. Dude,
and what is it going to do for recruiting, Joe?
Well, it's just, it locks him down. It just lets the recruits know that he's here for the long haul or at least the, near future. But, realistically, we've talked about it before. Babers just seems like a guy that he wants to prove people wrong. There's probably people that told him not to go to Syracuse. Probably told him that, a great stepping stone or, you might not want to go there. But I don't know. Like some people might look at it like it's where coaches go to die because it really hasn't been a great stepping stone lately. But at the end of the day, he seems like a guy that wants to prove people wrong. And he does see how bad the fans in the city want it and kind of need it. It would be great for them to get back kind of on the same page what it was back in the day when he filled that place.
They do really need it, Joe. It's a good point because it's what Syracuse is. Let's be honest. Syracuse is football and basketball. If you ask anybody outside,
it's a college town.
Yeah, if you ask anybody outside of Syracuse, the only reason they know what Syracuse is and where it is because of the basketball and football. And, not so much the football lately, but Dino's changing that.
Well, yeah, and Pasqualoni had a bunch of years after McPherson had a bunch of years, so we were, and that's what stability does, and we were fortunate enough to have a couple of decades worth of decent coaching and stability and good teams and consistency, and then we had the coaching turntable, and it wasn't too good. We had a couple okay years with Marone, and it looked like it was going to get all right, but Robinson really just brought that down. And just to see a guy that looks like he seems to be all in, and I think John Wildhack coming from being a SU grad coming from ESPN, and I think he's really has a vision and knows what he's doing. And I'm just very, very excited for this program. I'm just sick and tired of this team being just, either with Marone a stepping stone or just, where coaches go to die after 3 or 4 years. So,
yeah,
pumped up, man.
Yeah, I'm pumped up too. And we were supposed to do this show last night, and that was pretty much when it broke. So everything.
You had the day from hell.
Yeah, I had a day from hell at work. And here's a funny story. You just remind me. I got home really late, and late for me. It was 6 o'clock in the evening. Or 7 o'clock in the evening, which is really late for me. And I came home, and you'll never believe what I saw at my front door. There's this box sitting there, and we live out of town from all of our family in Syracuse, so we get all of our Christmas stuff shipped. It's like every day, just packages coming, right? At my door is this box, and I go to open the door and shove it in with my foot, and it's heavy. So I pick it up. Guess what it says on it? It says, "Mother effing Cuse crate." I am not kidding you. It was from my mother-in-law. So that's a thing already. Who would have known?
Wow.
But yeah,
nice.
So I don't know what's in it, but it said Cuse crate right on the box. They should probably
you didn't open it up?
No. I said, honey, I think
this is a Christmas present, right?
Yeah, it's a Christmas present for my in-laws. I said, honey,
when you said that story, are you sure that someone just didn't return the one that you sent?
No, because as you know, Joe,
return to address.
As you know, ours comes in an envelope. Cuse crate comes in an envelope. Never once have I sent it in a box. So,
you don't go over these things with me, so how would I know?
That's true. The other news that broke: Andre Schmidt, kid walks on, gets a scholarship. We were really rooting for him to get a scholarship, and he gets a scholarship, and the kid starts killing it. He wins the Lou Groza Award. We were rooting for him to win the Lou Groza Award. We went over that. We sent that around the socials, and he wins that award. Now he's joining 8 others as the 9th unanimous All-American in program history from Syracuse. He joins Chris Gedney, Roger Davis, Larry Zonka, Dwight Freeney, Don McPherson, Tim Green, Ernie Davis, and, of course, Jim Brown. What a freaking group to be a part of.
Yeah, you're not lying.
The first since Dwight Freeney, and, man, he's just...
That's a short but a very impressive list.
The kid went from a walk-on to a unanimous All-American?
To the Groza Award on the big stage at the College Football Awards.
Oh, this kid is living the dream right now. I mean, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean that ride's got to be insane.
Oh, my gosh.
Talk about a year.
I know.
That's a wild ride, bro.
Kid started this year paying for his school.
Yeah, paying for school, just hoping for a chance to kick field goals. You know what I mean? That's insane.
I know.
It's a great story. It's a great story.
It really is.
Then the fact that kickers don't leave school early.
Right, I know, right? And he's
a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, he's an NFL kicker, so we've got 3 years left of that.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. I couldn't be happier for him, and I'm just so proud. I'm just proud of the team in general this year, but that's just the icing on the cake for me. I think it's awesome.
Dude, this is one of the bigger. I mean, we've had more successful seasons, like not obviously this year, but like the previous years and stuff. I mean, I don't know the last time we had a season with this kind of accolades.
Yeah.
I mean, Andre Sisco getting the All-American freshman team.
That's right. He is. That's right.
And I think that he made third team All-American. Overall, just straight up on his own. Not even being a freshman. So, I mean, and then getting a guy like this, Lou Groza Award, that's not easy to win. So, it's crazy.
Joining just 8 others in Syracuse football history.
For consensus All-American.
As a unanimous. So, that is awesome. All right, so that is it. All right, Joe, ODU is 7-3. They're coming into the Dome Saturday, December 15th with a noon tip-off. The only away game they have was counted as a loss to St. Joseph's, 79-64. Other losses against Oregon State, 61-56, and Northern Iowa, 53-54. But they also beat Northern Iowa in the very next game, 72-65.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. This is the second team that we've had that has played 2 teams back-to-back. Or one team back-to-back.
Wild.
Sorry. I know. It's
some
weird.
kind of tournament thing. It's got to be.
It's got to be. What is it?
Because I think it was a neutral court.
Yeah.
I think there were neutral court games and they were back-to-back. I don't know. They got some weird stuff going on.
It's weird. As a team, they're coming in shooting 40.6% from the field and 35% from 3. They have 2 guys, Ahmad Kaver and BJ Stith, averaging 18 points a game. Stith is hitting 40% of his threes. Old Dominion, no slouch. Their best player from last year, Trey Porter, though, he transferred to Nevada. Still pretty good. I hear, I know I live 15 minutes from ODU, 20 minutes from ODU, down in Norfolk. You know what they say about those Norfolk folks, right?
No.
They don't drink, they don't smoke. Norfolk. You know. So,
no, I never heard that. I don't get it.
You think about it, you might get it.
Must be a Norfolk thing.
You'll get it later. Yeah. So, fans here, they say Stith is streaky, but he's got solid numbers. So, go ahead. Tell me.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's the guy. I mean, last year, you touched on it. Last year, they finished 25-7, 15-3 in the Conference USA, but they lost in the semifinals of Western Kentucky in their conference tournament. And oddly, after winning 25 games, they didn't didn't participate in a postseason tournament. I don't know if that was, if they just didn't want to, but either way, they didn't. This year, they come in 6-year head coach Jeff Jones comes in and pretty much a guard-laden team. Again, like you said, they're not a slouch. They're led by, like you said, Ahmad Kaver and BJ Stith. They're both senior guards, and I went ahead and looked at some of their games all year, and pretty much like leading points, rebounds, and assists almost every game is either Stith or Kaver. Last game, actually, BJ Stith actually scored 28 points and had 14 rebounds, and they beat Fairfield, I believe. So some of the other guys you got to worry about, Xavier Green, he's a 39% 3-point shooter. He's 6'6" sophomore. He averages about 7.5 points and 4 rebounds. Marquise Goodwin, another guard, 6'5" sophomore, averages 7 points, 3 rebounds. They got another guard who's he's improving every game. Freshman Jason Wade, he's a 6'5" guard, and you're going to see a little bit of height. They do have, I think, last year they had two transfers.
Right? Don't they have 2 7-footers down low?
Yeah, they got 2 7-footers, but the thing is that they have yet to really like put up points. And when I look back at like a lot of the box scores that they have, because of the teams that they played most of the time, they don't have that height. So you can tell that if ODU can get away with playing 4 guards and one of their forwards, the main one being Aaron Carver, a 6'7" junior who averages around 5 rebounds, doesn't even average a point a game though. So offensive wise, he's pretty much but. They want to be they're guard centric basically, and our matchup is going to pose a little bit of a problem with the people that we have because like last box score I checked it against Fairfield, the center there that transferred from LSU, Albert Robinson III, he's a 7'1", I think 280-pound senior. He only played 7. He started but only played 7 minutes. So. And he's only averaging like 2 points, 2 rebounds, so he doesn't play a lot. But I'm guessing that their big men are going to have to play a little bit more this game. But again, they have the guards to beat us, and obviously it starts with stopping B.J. Stith and then Ahmad Kaver, who can penetrate and get in the lane and make some plays. So, but I do think they're going to have a problem with our length. I think it just comes down to whether or not we can kind of rebound and use our height to our advantage. Checking the Ken Palms, he's moved SU up to overall 16th. Their adjusted offensive ranking is 38, and adjusted defense is 10th. Now, when you look at ODU's, their adjusted offense 196th. Their total, I think they're 87th, but their defense is 27th. So that's really what I'm looking at. It looks like they got some tough guards. They're gonna get in us. They're gonna play. Kind of the way that UConn, Georgetown, those kind of guards played. So they have the guards to stay with us in the 3-point shooting. And you never really know how they're going to handle the zone. But I think the wild card is are their big men going to be able to step in or are they going to have to? I should say.
Well,
are they going to be able to get away with playing us the way they played other teams and keep it close, or are they going to be forced to bring some bigger guys in who really haven't had to be in there for crunch time? So overall, I think it's a good matchup for us. But again, this is a team that if we show up like Cornell, these guys are better than Cornell. So
right, absolutely, it's a kind of a different animal, though. I mean. Their guys down low are tall, and they're lengthy, but they're subpar. Watch me say that and have them tear it
Well,
up.
This is the thing, is if they were above par, then they would be taking advantage of their mismatches against these other teams.
Right, exactly.
But instead, they're playing against a Fairfield, and they feel like their best lineup is to put 4 guards in and a 6'7", 6'8" forward.
Right, but you don't want them to get hot, though. I started the segment saying they're no slouch, and they're not. Because
they're definitely not. It's just one of those things where we have to understand that down low they're really not. I mean, their best rebounder is B.J. Stith at 6'5".
Right.
So we have to be able to dominate the boards. We can't give up that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and let's see.
I think they average around 11, around 11 turnovers a game as well. So I think we got to get that number up a little higher.
They're average around 40 rebounds a game. And
66 points a game. But their defense is good. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, they're out rebounding most of their opposition. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think the 2-3 zone, I think, is going to be key. It just depends on if we can slow Kaver and Stith down, and that's where their money is, man. That's where their bread and butter is those two guys.
Well, yeah, I mean, most likely, I get like I said again, they're guard centric. The majority of their guards, I mean, there's a lot of guards that play, and they have some decent. I mean, they got 5 really good guards. D1 good college basketball player guards, and whether they're going to try to speed us up, try to put the pressure on getting the ball up, that kind of stuff, that's one thing. But I mean, this seems like to me a team that's probably going to settle for a lot of jumpers.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about teams trying to speed us up, but we've seen teams already this year try that. It doesn't work.
Yeah, for the most part, we beat the press pretty well. It's just, again, when you're playing against a good defense, and it takes a little while to get your set up. When you do that, it takes a lot off the shot clock when you put the pressure on them just to get the ball up the court. So
yeah, if you get the ball over and there's 20 seconds left, yeah.
Right. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that there's going to be times in this game where our offense is going to look ugly, and most likely it's going to be definitely in the beginning if we go by any if you go by any history of these last couple of games, in the way that we've been playing slow, the way that these teams are going to feel each other out. That's just kind of how it is in the beginning, almost every single game. So, and our offense has been slow, and these guys are going to be coming out and they're going to be playing tough D. So
yeah, they got nothing to lose.
Exactly. And again, that's kind of the way that you got to look at it with the way that Boeheim's going is, they're going to feel out the zone and do what they do, and Boeheim's going to try to figure out what they're trying to do, and come halftime, they're going to make the adjustments, and let's just hope that our offense can figure it out, So I'm hoping that we can get some one-on-one matchups. I mean, on paper, I don't see anybody that's really going to guard Brissett down low, let alone some of our other guys. Like, again, unless we're going to see a lot of these big men that we really haven't seen that much this year. So, unless they hit a bunch of threes, or you got some guys that come in, like some big guys that come in and dominate the game when they really haven't dominated a game this year, then there's a couple guys you got to worry about. And, other than that, I think we should be okay. It's just, again, just can't play complacent. You can't let them get a 13-point lead in the first half.
Right, exactly. The line's not out yet. So
no.
The last time the line wasn't out, I said, hey, Joe, will you tweet out your MyBookie pick when the line comes out? And Joe said, yeah, man, I could do that. Sure. I'll get on the socials and I'll do that. And then Joe didn't. So.
Well, that's just my default answer for when I don't know. So, I mean, sorry. It's like you got an answering machine in my brain when you ask me that one. I'm sorry.
I gotta go. I'll take care of it, guys. Okay? I'm going to take responsibility.
I'll do it.
I know you'll do it, because what I'll do is the day before tomorrow, the line will come out tomorrow. So tomorrow when the line comes out, I'll be like, hey, Joe, don't forget to get on the socials and do your MyBookie pick.
I was really busy last week.
Oh, sure.
I was.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, dude, I worked late hours. I had to get up. I had to work Saturday morning. I had a birthday party to go to. Plus, there was already the game. And man, dude, I was just swamped.
Birthday parties don't count, bro. That's not.
It was after the game, but I had to pick up some stuff. I mean, it's complicated, man.
Yeah, it's complicated. All right. So we'll get that MyBookie pick out. That'll be on me if it fails this time. Okay.
Huh? Oh, you're going to put it on you?
No, it's my responsibility to remind you to do it.
Oh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Are we clear?
I got you
yeah,
now.
I'm not going to do it. No.
Okay.
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to remind you to. And so,
wait, you're going to do it?
No, I'm going to remind you to do it.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you.
He's a little slow, folks. A lot slow.
Hey, man.
So, all right. It should be a good game. I think the next couple games are going to be the toughest out of the four.
Yep.
That we have left in non-conference. So
there's a lot of stuff going on too.
Yeah. Well,
exams, holidays, students leaving here shortly.
Sure. I did take a poll though on the how we were going to finish up in non-conference with the 4 games left. ODU, number 14, Buffalo, Arkansas State, St. Bonaventure. How do you see non-conference record wrapping up? And I got 1% at 8-5. Okay, that one guy. 2%.
Of course, troll.
2% at 9-4. And then we've got at 46%. This is what I chose. I picked him to go 3-1 over these 4 games. And not that I don't have faith that they can go 4-0, but
you think they're going to lose to Buffalo?
I think Buffalo's going to be really tough because Buffalo gave us a run for our money. We almost lost to Buffalo last year at home. So it was really
they beat Arizona in the NCAA tournament last year.
Right.
First round.
Exactly.
They didn't just, it wasn't a Cinderella beat. It was a beat.
So yeah, I picked 10-3. That's 46%. But the Orange Faithful, I love you guys at 51%. The majority of Orange Faithful picking 11-2 non-conference schedule. I like it.
Should be.
I like it. Out of 170 votes, not bad, guys. Appreciate that. All right, we'll see what happens. All right. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody who participated in the poll. Thanks to all of you who are listening. Thanks for helping spread the word, all of you. I know some of you on email and talk about spreading the word and everything, and I appreciate that very much.
Yes, sir.
JP Mulligans. Thank you, JP Mulligans. Happy hour every Monday through Friday.
Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick. 4 to 6 Trivia Tuesdays, every NFL game every Sunday, and of course they play every SU game. So go there, grab a brew, grab a Coke, whatever's your dig. I know our boy Gio, he's grabbing a Coke. So he's grabbing a Coke and some wings. And he can't stool up, but he sure can get a booth. So do one of those things. And Shoppingtown Mall Barbershop open Tuesday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:45, and Saturday 7 to 2. $15 cuts with 6 full-time barbers. Family-friendly, old-school atmosphere TVs for your viewing pleasure while you get tightened up there. Go see Joe. Go see Dino. Tell them Sean and Joe from the Cuse Militia podcast sent you. And what they're going to do for you is nothing. But
you'll get a fresh cut
but
for $15.
They'll still cut your hair if you tell them, I promise. Also, thank you.
Pick a number, stand in line.
Exactly. So, but they got TVs there, so you pick a number, you watch TV. What the hell's the difference?
Hey, man, I loved it.
Yeah,
it just reminds me of a deli a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. So, Armchair All-Americans, my bookie. Am I forgetting anybody? And all you guys. I said all you guys. I always say all you guys. I always do it. Yeah. So, for Joe, I'm Sean. We're out. Cue the bells.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Cuse Militia Podcast, the fan's voice with Sean and Joe.
I'm not sure that motion you're making is bell shaking, Joe.
Allegedly.
It doesn't look like you're shaking bells.